Hi there, hi there, hi there, hi there. This is Zeesh, Visionary Life Hacks. Here to connect, here to inspire, here to be the change. If you're watching the live, welcome. If you're watching the replay, welcome, welcome. Great to have you here. If you share this, thanks for sharing. So, change is upon us. Life is continuously ebbing and flowing. So that's good. We're today, right, the last week or so has been crazy. I mentioned Ivermectin, and the only reason I mentioned Ivermectin was because a couple of friends, one of them's like, does all this Scala stuff, and he said, Zeesh, what do you think about Ivermectin and this thing called ibenzendazole or something like that? I don't even know what it is. I'm like, so there's that one, there's the ivermectin and the ibenzendazole or something like that. It just sounds like something, like today you get oranges and they put ingredients on oranges, and it just sounds like some strange ingredient that they put on an orange. So I was like, okay, let me go and do a bit of research. Then I had then I have a friend called John, and he was telling me when he was taking methylene blue, and now he's telling me to take ivermectin. And he's not telling me to take ivermectin, he's sharing with me the benefits of taking ivermectin. And so for me, I've got a list of no's that I personally don't do, but then as a holistic dad, but then I got a list of yeses that I do, and the yeses outweigh the no's. But there is a small handful of no's that I just personally. So if we just start with ivermectin, I would not ever give ivermectin to my horses. I wouldn't give it to my animals. I wouldn't give it to like anybody that I love or care about. I had someone come to me the other day, and he was like, Zeesh, it's won Nobel Prizes. So many of my friends, if they tell me why they take ivermectin, thank you. They always tell me it's because of like some Nobel Peace Prize. Now, Carrie Mullis won the Nobel Peace Prize. He's awesome. And they used his PCR test, not what it was supposed to be used for. You get a lot of this data modeling. But then even someone like Obama won the the Nobel Peace Prize. So for me, it doesn't make a decision. Now, during the boogeyman, the C-19 boogeyman, doctors were taking their advice from Facebook. I'm like, what, really? Like Facebook for me was just an extension from MySpace, and then we came to Facebook. I just came to MySpace at Facebook because a load of my artistic friends were like, Zeesh, you got to come to this Facebook. To be fair, I preferred MySpace. But so Facebook for me was all about like recipe. This is my second account. It was all about recipes. It was about raw food. It was about live food. It was about cakes and chocolate and just things like that, really, and art. And it was never about taking health advice from Facebook, because Anyway, so I'm going to share the really, like, for me, ivermectin, for me personally, it's way too complicated. And if you're leaving comments or anything, I can't even see. I don't know if it's my new phone. I just can't see comments. So if you've left a comment, I'm sorry, I can't see them. But that's kind of good because I don't get distracted then. For me, ivermectin, I don't care if it's from a fungi. I don't care about anything, to be fair. For me, it's not in the Materia Medica. It's way too complicated. And for me, health shouldn't be complicated. C60, way too complicated, way too fancy for me. It's just way too out there in the 5D realms of like delusion. I just cannot be considering putting C60 into my body. I'll roll off a few of the no-nos, because there's only a few. They're, on my hand, I can count the no's. The yeses outweigh the no's. And there's a reason, like if someone says to you, this is why you should take ivermectin, this is why you should take this is why you should take that, ask them, well, what about synthetic biology? Because they're like, okay, like if they're talking about something that can undo gene editing and this spike thing and all these sorts of things, they're talking about a pathology for a biology. And I'm no expert on this, but now if you look at specific literature, we're dealing with synthetic biology. So how is, excuse me if I'm like missing something, because a gentleman that was a multi-millionaire had taken specific gene editing software into his body because of peer pressure. It was really bad what was done, and nobody's really been brought accountable for this. And he had blood pheresis, which means this is like an expensive therapy. I wouldn't want to have it done, where you have your blood removed and cleansed and put back into you. And he had it done. He was like really wealthy, because wealthy people can do things like this. And then he went back and checked his blood again, and it had repopulated with all this crazy stuff that was put into his body that he consented to. So that there's that one. So excuse me, where am I missing that you're telling me, oh, I've cured this again? Today, this lady was like, I've cured everything with diatomaceous earth. I'm like, 1 minute. If you've cured everything, like if you've cured yourself with diatomaceous earth, if you've cured everything with diatomaceous earth, and you've cured people, I would never ever want to claim that I've cured anybody. Can't even cure my kids. What right do I have to cure anyone? And to be fair, I don't even like the word cure, because to cure meat is to prolong it and to like pickle it, and you might as well just formaldehyde a human being. To me, a cure is like it's just like it makes me want to be sick. The idea of I've cured myself, and I've cured so many people with diatomaceous earth. Wow, great. What, so did that human being only eat diatomaceous earth? I'm like, man, I'd rather just eat steak, eat butter, and just take my chances rather than, curing everything with diatomaceous earth. Have we really become reduced to people that are needing to cure themselves with diatomaceous earth and horse parasite formula and crazy stuff like that? It's just crazy. I'd rather just like take my chance, take my bets, eat a nice steak, do a barbecue, get my charcoal from my barbecue, have some nice like beverages, and just enjoy life, rather than thinking I'm a parasite and I have to have horse parasite formula and diatomaceous earth silica. Might as well eat some horsetail while I'm at it. It's like, is it really? This is just like, people have gone batshit crazy. Then I'm going to take my shilajit, then I'm going to take my nano silver and my zeolites, and I'm going to take all of these things. And I'm like, oh my God, really? This is just insanity. It's insanity. So for me, personally, I surrendered years ago, trying to think I could heal like my children, because the dad wants to, if his kids are told they've got an incurable diagnosis, then you genuinely want to be able to provide a healing environment for your kids so that they can potentially could self-heal. But for me personally, it's about creating a lifestyle where you don't have to vacate, where you can live, you're living, and you're surrounded by abundance and beautiful food and nourishment, and everything's good. Like, everything's happening for the highest, greatest good. I'm safe and everything's good. Like, the food's good, the water's good, foundational principles are good. And for me, like C60, Ivermectin, Zeolites, Nano Silver, for me, my life's just more simpler, not thinking about those things. I don't have to even go, look, that's what I'm saying to you. I personally, because of how I'm choosing to live, I would never, ever, I don't even, like the Queen said this, me, right, if Ivermectin and Zeolites and C60 and Nano Silver and diatomaceous earth is not good enough for me, then why on earth would I give it to my children, my dogs, my horses, my rabbits, my ducks? Why would I do that? Why would I put that into a closed loop system? Why would I do that? And the fact that people are claiming, that they can somehow make better a synthetic biology, that's a big claim. That's a huge claim. I'd want to see proof and evidence that they have done that. You would want to command, show me evidence that you have healed yourself with only diatomaceous earth. Show me evidence, like peer review study on yourself, that, and show me physically that you have done a fast on ivermectin and healed yourself solely on ivermectin. Show me that. And I'll guarantee you, nobody is going to show you that. No David Wolf, nobody is going to show you them solely living off an ivermectin, or just like we've gone. I'm not talking for myself. I am not the 99%. I refuse to be deemed the 99%. I refuse to lower myself to anybody that claims to be some stupid sovereign or any higher authority over me. Yeah, shut up, you're stupid. There's too many stupid people out there. Ooh, it's like, I don't care. I'm a scientist. I'm a sovereign. I don't give a shit what you are. You're batshit crazy. Stay away from me. You're crazy. I don't want to be associated with these kinds of crazy people. Like, when you're reduced to thinking that you're a parasite, that is a huge, huge problem. When you see what somebody like Louise L. Hay was able to amplify to us, what Wayne Dyer was able to amplify to us, they were able to show us that with our thoughts we can heal the world, we can heal ourselves. So don't come at me with stupid diatomaceous earth, silica, C60 and horse parasite formula, like people claiming to be all green, yet they're putting all this shit into closed loop systems. Like, these are genetic, like the people I've been listening to are like genetic scientists. They can't be wrong. If it was made of fungi, they'd be going, oh, this is harmless, this is made of fungi. Like, what would anyone glean from saying that? But anyway, for me, to be fair, there's just too much poop around these things. There's too much smoke around these things, and not many people are talking about the wide body area network, the internet of body, the internet of things, piezoelectric, qigong, kung fu, connecting within, kriya yoga, building your internal iron shirt, building yourself strong from within. Like, why do people feel that they need any of this other stuff? I personally think we can learn a lot from beef, butter, bacon. Beef, butter, bacon, and a good, honest beverage. And on that note, make it a great day. From my heart to yours, Zeesh. And if you come at me saying I need ivermectin or any of that rubbish, I'm just gonna just go away. You're like, oh, why? It's like, because it's just stop. It's like, I'm not going to talk about this ridiculous idea that we need a horse parasite formula. Like I said, it's bat shit crazy. Like, who wants to dye their brain blue? Well, go on then, go and do that. But I'm not interested in people that are dyeing their brains blue, taking engineering asbestos, strange nano-engineered nanoparticle silica. All of these things are far too complex. They're not in the materia medica, and we got here a lot more simpler. When coca was coca, cola was cola. Oh, but it's still a pharmaceutical. School is still school, a castle still is castle, and a pharmaceutical is still a pharmaceutical. It doesn't matter if it's coming from Bell Digtree or whoever. A pharmaceutical is a pharmaceutical. If it's not good enough for me, it's not good enough for my horses, it's not good enough for my animals and my friends, I'm not giving it to the closed loop system, aka permaculture, agroforestry. Why on earth would I put any of that stuff into my system? Do you see? Systems are about saving yourself time, energy, and money. So things need to be so simple. It's so simple that anybody can do it. Like beef, butter, bacon, simple, pure spring water, lovely glass of A2 dairy, good thoughts. You're not a parasite. You're none of these things. You're a beautiful human being. Just keep your life simple. Like, and if someone's saying, "Oh, I've cured this and I've cured that," it's like, well, show me your evidence. Show me. Like, how can somebody? This was my argument. How can somebody say they've cured themselves solely with diatomaceous earth? And what a boring, horrible, mundane life that would be. Or parasite worm formula. It's just like, really? Have you been reduced to becoming a parasite horse formula made by a pharmaceutical industry? It's really sad when you start to look at it. Just break it down. So simple. I'd much rather like smoke a cigar, have a nice glass of milk, eat a burger, have some fermented foods, have a nice real Coca-Cola, just relax in the sun, read a nice book, and just be calm. Like, why do people feel like they need to take all these like strange nutraceuticals that are so far removed? Like, why would anyone want to dye their brain blue? Why would anyone want to take C60? It's like, come on, people, wake up. Sometimes I feel a little bit like John McCarthy. It's like people are so stupid. A lot of people are very stupid right now. Like, the doctors took their advice for C19 from Facebook. If that's not stupid, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Anyway, folks, have a great day. It's a beautiful day here in Wales. Just eat some frickin' honey. Keep some bees. Live your life. Have fun. Listen to comedy. Switch off this stuff and, you know, this thing, and just focus on the beauty. Focus on the simple things in life. It's much, and it tastes better. Look, if somebody's claiming they've cured other people, that in itself is a red flag. Nobody can cure another person. It's self-righteous indignation. It's just like, walk away, Jon Snow. Nobody can heal another person. I don't believe that's true, and I do not like the word cure. That, for me, is a red flag. Cure. I cured myself with diatomaceous earth, and I cured many people. It's like, really? Shut up. Shut up. Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay.